Well, hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. I'm Corny Swiss, and today I'm driving around the Jagdtiger on Poland. And you're actually going to see two segments of games, both Jagdtiger clips. Unfortunately, I didn't live all the way through both games in the Jagdtiger, although the second clip I got close. And so I apologize in advance. My voice is probably going to sound a little weird. I'm kind of recently, I think I've said it multiple times, that I was feeling a little, that I was kind of sick, a little cold or something, and I'm most of the way over it, but, my throat's still a little iffy, and so that results in my voice sounding a little differently. But it's all okay. We're going to make through it. I think I should feel better. Well, I feel fine. My throat should be better within, I don't know, a day or two. Probably be good. But I guess there you go. That's why I sound maybe a little weird. But I guess the point of this video is that when I first got my hands on the Jagdtiger, I really expected it to be a very city-oriented tank. I mean, you look at it, it has huge frontal armor, a very powerful gun, and it's not that mobile, so I guess the ideal situation is like the banana road on Himmelsdorf in World of Tanks. You come to a point you can go hold down and just sit there for the entire game, and it basically comes down to as long as you don't get flanked, they can't advance. However, that's not really how War Thunder works. You don't have now, I guess in a way War Thunder is a little different, because if you can go hold down, you're basically impregnable in the Jagdtiger. Very few guns can penetrate your upper casement, and your upper glacis for that matter. However, in World of Tanks you could snipe the commander's cupola and things like that to do damage, whereas in War Thunder that's not a thing. You could shoot guns and cause some issues through forcing them to repair the gun. However, that doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, they have to repair their gun. They're going to repair their gun and still be able to shoot you. They're not dead by any stretch of imagination. And for a while, obviously there were no city maps when I got the Jagdtiger first. But and then having played it on those maps, I kind of came to realize the Jagdtiger really prefers just those wide open spaces where you can sit on a little ridge, hold down, and effectively hold down because of the slope of the hill, and you're using your gun depression to shoot down. And just shoot at people at range, keep them at arm's length so they can't flank you, which is good. However, I still like to play tanks like the Jagdtiger on city maps. I feel like in the right situation it's overpowered to some degree. Now granted, I haven't met all that stiff competition so far on the replay. Haven't really killed anything yet either. Sometimes this gun just doesn't treat me right. I'll shoot someone, they'll take a big hit, lots of damage, but they won't die, which is always a little unfortunate. This guy's going to get and thank God to some degree, because the gun had been kind of trolling me, in my opinion. But gave him the good news. And I'm actually going to make a pretty, I guess, critical mistake, in the sense that the way I'm going to get knocked out, you can actually, this is kind of cool, tangent, you can see where I've been backing up, reversing, moving, and things like that in the ground there. Mainly because I was trying to angle, present my lower plate at a steeper angle, things like that. That's undoubtedly where they're going to try and shoot me. But, yeah, size 4 is going to get the good news as well. Get an assist, because I guess, I'm not quite sure how that works now, but I think the way it works is that whoever does a lot of critical damage first gets the kill. I don't know, something like that. I like how there's a flipped upside down P-47 in the middle of the courtyard there. But I'm going to push too far forward, expose my flank to a long road, and get hit by multiple tanks. And IS-4 is ultimately going to be the main issue for me. But I was toast the second I crossed that street, really. I really shouldn't have advanced farther than I needed to, without knowing the flanks were secure. So, my fault. And here's the second replay for this video, as we get greeted by this AAA machine just wrecking that flight of ME-410s. It's cool when you knock out one of them in tight formation, and then it like spirals off, and they all just explode. It's cool. I'm in the Jagdtiger again, and this time obviously I'm assaulting from the other side of the map, and this is domination mode there, so there's 3 little cap circles. And I'm gonna decide that we're gonna capture B. B is gonna be fairly easy, and like just fuck that well. Just get out of here, well. I was wondering if I shot it would it just explode, and quite frankly it did in fact just explode. But anyway, we're gonna capture B. They're gonna capture A. C is gonna be the contested point. So ideally I want to be in a position to cover C and provide support to our tanks, because I can't take it by myself, but I can certainly try to support. And this Panther House A was spotted, so I'm gonna mosey up here and take a shot at him, try and give him the good news, and assist with the kill. That's always good. I mean, that guy shot him first. That guy probably had him, so I'm glad I didn't get a full kill there. But you know, a little assist for the help. That's always nice. You know, I think it's funny sometimes. These poles, some of them are troll really hard to run over. You actually need a little speed to get through some of them. You can see this King Tiger kind of get hung up for a second, I believe, and then he goes forward. But we got a decent little force here. We got a Jagdpanther, 105 King Tiger, and my Jagdtiger moving in, and a very sneaky Jagdpanther shows up. I shoot him right in the face. Didn't really do anything critical. He returns fire, but doesn't do anything to me. And here I'm backing up. I'm trying to back up behind this building, but he's going to get knocked out by a Ferdinand. Sorry. And at this point it becomes, we're moving into C, and I believe our friends are being clobbered by enemy tanks that have shown up to contest C, because in this situation C is going to be the main fighting point in my opinion, because it's easy for my team to capture B, it's easy for their team to capture A. It'll be hard for either of our teams to capture the opposing cap zone, so for us to capture A and for them to capture B, because of how close it is to the spawn points. So C becomes the spot where fighting should occur, because it's the point where everyone has to meet and really butt heads. However, B and A are close enough together where you can just shoot each other from basically from those zones. And right there it says that the hostile team is capturing C. So I know someone's in here, and they've actually just capped it. I think if I'd been playing more close attention to the battle messages, I would have realized that by the time I get there, this whoever was capping it is going to be dead, because I'm not going to find anybody. Just a little unfortunate, because I don't want to just poke out onto this street really. My side armor isn't that good, and this is a boulevard here that I think has almost a line of sight all the way through the city, or this town rather. So I'm kind of poking, trying to let the spotting mechanics do their thing and let me know where everyone is. But then I look at the map and I realize that to the north we have tanks skirting the outside of the town, which must mean that there's no one down that street. So my only threat would be across the water, and I'm not that concerned about that. Come here and check and no one's here. We have tanks moving into the cap zone, so at this point I make the decision that I should go forward, and my goal is basically to be resistance to whoever's coming down this way, basically either stem the tide or prevent a counter cap or a counterattack onto the cap circle. I'm going to make a little bit of a dumb decision, regrettably. But ultimately, you know, could have played better. I would have really liked for... So I look over there and there's nothing there towards their spawn. And I realistically should never have considered that no one would be over there, because, I mean, come on, it's their spawn. There must be someone over there. Come around this corner. There's a T-54. His shot goes into the side of my tank and fortunately only wounds the gunner, or the driver. Fantastic. I'm going to be able to back up and sort of turn and angle, at least give myself a chance to shoot, but teammate knocks him out with either his second shot, and I give the good news to a very unlucky SU-100 who comes around the corner. The unfortunate thing, though, is that my rate of fire is now cut in half, and I'm actually checking to see what my reload time is by using that little command. And it's also never a bad idea to give your teammates as much information as possible to make the right decisions, or better decisions. So I'm coming around this corner, and there's going to be an assortment of enemy tanks down here. All kinds of tanks. There's a Ferdinand, I believe, on the other side of the building, or else he's in front of the building. I couldn't make a decision as to where he was, but ultimately I'm not going to shoot at him because, well, I will, but I don't think it's this shot. Because it's too, I don't know exactly where it is. I'd rather not waste this shot, even because I'm going to be reloading for about 6 cold dark centuries. That 30 would have been a nice thing to shoot, but he moves away. So I'm going to try and move up and support this Jagdtiger, but then a wild IS-3 appears. And side of an IS-3, yes sir, I will take those points. That's a easy shot and a very easy kill. So now I'm starting to take fire from this Ferdinand, but I have the armor to deal with him as long as he doesn't shoot my lower plate, really. And if he's shooting AP, I think even then I can bounce him, thanks to the angling and sloping of the lower plate. However, my friend the Jagdtiger is getting kind of busted up. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to fire the next shot into the Ferdinand. Not going to do anything particularly critical. And then because my reload is literally 6 cold dark centuries and the Jagdtiger's gun is actually still in play, he's actually repairing right now, I make the decision that his gun is more useful than mine. So I'm going to sort of pseudo side scrape myself on this corner and basically present a target. Now, I didn't quite realize that when my tracks went up on this little thing here, it's actually going to fully expose my lower plate. So that wasn't intended. But, you know, I did kind of protect the Jagdtiger, which was the goal. His gun was more valuable than mine, has a higher rate of fire even when damaged. So, it's decided to help the team. But anyway, thanks for watching. I've been Corny Swiss, and I'll see you next time.